Well, hello there, YouTube, and hello, Mr. ToriBelliachi. I've been meaning to speak with you for a while now. It's just something that I kind of waited to do until now. But, well, I look at your videos and I've noticed a picture of Che Guevara hanging on the wall, which is very interesting. I know he's a revolutionary icon to a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people with pictures of Che Guevara. And every time I see a picture of Che Guevara, I find it kind of amusing. It gives me a little chuckle, because I think of the road to hell and what it's paved with. Or maybe in this case, the road to Fidel Castro. But anyway, basically, I'm sure you have good intentions, but, you know, good intentions aren't always enough. Now, I'm gonna pose a question to you towards the end of this video, but I've got to lay the groundwork first. One of the things I've noticed in your videos is that you say it's not all about the porn. You know, that the furry fandom isn't all about perversion. Well, I've noticed that there are quite a few furries who are not into perversion. They're not into yiff or zoophilia, but yet they still defend the right of the perverts to be in the fandom. That means they have taken on the responsibility for those other people. Now, the furry fandom seems to have this open door policy. Anybody could just walk right in. And another thing I've noticed in your videos, one time you said that it has to be that way, otherwise the fandom would be a fascist community. You know, which I think that's kind of funny, because in another aspect, though, the furry fandom is rather authoritarian. I mean, it's authoritarian towards the people that disagree with it. You know, not just us trolls. I've seen other people, you know, trying to seriously criticize the fandom and objectively look at it, and they still get shouted down by some of the more, I don't know, intolerant furries, you know, the false dichotomy furries. And, you know, another thing, this whole, you seem to be confusing fascism with being judgmental. You know, that's always dangerous. See, whenever you tell somebody that, you know, oh, you're being judgmental, and you say it as if it's a bad thing, what you're really saying to them is you're saying, hey, you know, you don't have the mental capacity to criticize us, so we're going to do your thinking for you. You know, I mean, now do you see why I'm finding it kind of amusing that you have a picture of Che Guevara on your wall? But this is just the way the fandom relates to us mundanes. What I really wanted to touch upon was how the fandom relates to some of its own members. I've noticed that furries that don't toe the party line, you know, this whole judge not your fellow furs party line, I've noticed that they tend to get ostracized. You know, if they feel the need to criticize any aspect of the fandom, you know, they get looked at by other furries. They get looked at and shunned, ostracized, you know, things of that nature. I mean, that's just one thing, you know, it seems like there is no debate, no room for debate within your own fandom. I mean, seriously, you know, we have to have a open door policy. You know, I think it actually does your fandom more harm than us trolls. Really, really it does. You know, and then there's not just the lack of free debate within your own fandom about the fandom. There's also some of these other people that are coming in because of your loose leaf folder open door policy. You know, like, I'm gonna post a link to an Encyclopedia Dramatica article about an individual named Tumbles The Stair Dragon. He's the result of what happens when you have an open door policy. He's the reason why I think your open door policy is going to wind up shattering sooner or later. As more people like him come into the fandom, you know, it's just not going to work. You know, it'd be insane to keep up this judge not your fellow furs policy. But let's see what else. What other things have I noticed about the way furries treat each other? Well, oh yes. I saw a bulletin by an individual named Cornwall the Dragon here on YouTube. And he was talking about how somebody apparently was using his videos in a way that he didn't like, quote unquote, for pleasure, which I'm guessing, I tried to contact Cornwall about this, by the way. He hasn't answered me back. But I tried to contact him, and it seemed to me like, what I'm guessing is that somebody took his videos and made some Rule 34, and for those of you that don't know, Rule 34 means porn of his videos. And then, let's see, there's another video that I have in my favorites. It's by a furry named Felinoid. He was talking about why he left the fandom, which apparently he's back in it now, but still, he did leave it for a while. Like I say, I've just noticed all this bad treatment of furries towards other furries over this open door policy, this insane level of tolerance. Now, my question to you is this. If this is what your policies are doing to other people in the fandom, you know, if this policy is sort of laying the groundwork, sort of an enemy within kind of deal, I mean, why should we not troll you? You know, it seems like you have a lot of self-inflicted misery going on without us. You know, and it seems like what you guys do to each other is worse than what we do to you on YouTube, or MySpace, or DeviantArt, or whatever. So really, knowing this, why should we not troll furries? You know, and I'm not trying to make a joke out of this. I really want to know. I'm really curious about this. So, some of the trolls are saying that you'll probably ignore this. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on this. Hope to hear back from you. And anybody else that comes along and wants to comment, feel free. And like I say, I'll publish a link to Tumbles the Stair Dragon in the sidebar to this video. Have a nice night, YouTube.